And Wiley, we're joined now by Yahoo Sports NBA insider Chris Haynes.
Yes, sir.
Let's move to the NBA, where LeBron and the Lakers lost to the Spurs in overtime last night, with LeBron missing a pair of crucial free throws down the stretch and a potential game winner as time expired. The Lakers are now 0-3, but after the game, LeBron said he's taking their slow start in stride.
It's a process. I get it. And we'll be fine. So, I didn't come here thinking we were going to be, blazing storms, right out the gate. It's a process, and I understand that.
All right, the question off the game is, encouraged or discouraged about LeBron's ability to close at the end of the game? I thought making the big three, obviously descended to overtime, was huge. But LeBron at the free throw line late in games is just factual. It's just not good. He didn't close out on Rudy Gay at the three. I would be a little discouraged, I guess, about LeBron as a closer if I'm a Laker fan.
I'm discouraged as well. A game where you saw greater effort. You saw some lineups that said, okay, suggested that this Laker team will be fine once they stop playing the top of the Western Conference. You talk about a Portland, Houston, and obviously what you see last night with San Antonio. But LeBron, it's funny, people pointed this out over the years. LeBron James, watch him at the free throw line. Kelvin Washington, Fox Sports Radio, used to always sit there and say, watch LeBron at the free throw line. And he always takes a peek at someone or something in the crowd. And he's like, when he does that, he's missing it. And it was deadly in terms of his accuracy and pinpointing LeBron James just not being in the zone late game clutch moments. But that said, Lakers have bigger issues than LeBron as a closer. Some of those lineups, Golden State can go small lineup, and that's their def lineup. Yeah. If I'm San Antonio and other teams, go big against the Lakers. They don't have a paint presence. If you want to call JaVale McGee that, good luck. They're really slight in the paint, and I think that got exposed.
Well, sticking to the question, I'm going to say I'm encouraged because LeBron James has proven that he can hit big shots in close moments, and he's proven that over the last few years. Now, I'm discouraged if I'm relying on him to make clutch free throws down the stretch.
Right.
That's where it is a problem. But I will say this. I think he has certain key guys that he can dish it to, draw the defense in, and dish it to have them hit big shots. Those two guys I'm seeing thus far, Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart. And we talking about lineups and changing things of that nature. Why is Josh Hart not in that start lineup already? Yeah, I know it's 3 games in, but
branding.
But before we move, we'll get there in a second, but I want to stay here on LeBron for a minute. Look, man, for years, Skip Bayless was criticized by some people in the media for questioning whether LeBron was clutch at closing time. I think over time, Skip's position has become more legitimate. And I think I heard Skip this morning making this point, and I totally agree with him. This is why I'm discouraged. End of the game, he just missed those 2 big free throws, but he had a chance at the end of the game to go back into the paint and create something for himself or for others, as you're saying. He settles for a 3-pointer in a 1-point game. That, to me, is clear evidence he's avoiding contact and going back to the free throw line. That's what I find discouraging.
Yeah, when Skip first arrived, when the Planet Rock landed, did it land on LeBron? LeBron didn't land on it. You're like, dang, Skip, chill out. But there's been more validation, more credence to that argument by the day in terms of him at the free throw line. Yeah. I will bail LeBron out last night, and I hope this is
Help him out, Mohamed.
He hits the clutch 3 in regulation. So LeBron's thinking from 3, I'm money right now. That was a deep 3 as well, and it obviously helped him survive regulation at least. Maybe LeBron was saying, I'm still hot from this position. He's showing videos of him in practice destroying guys from half court, shooting 3-pointers. Maybe he's relying on his improved 3-point shooting a little too much, and it's not so much I'm not a clutch guy in those moments.
Well, let's keep in mind that Luke Walton, after the game, shared his frustration with the lack of calls the Lakers have been getting over the last few games. LeBron James, even though he didn't address it in the scrum, he was very adamant that he was getting pulled and hung on, and there was no whistle. So I feel like he believed that if he went to, starting trying to drive to the hole in that last play of the game, he wouldn't have got the benefit of the doubt.
Good point.
And I think that's why he felt he had to.
LeBron gets calls late and I think late, and that shouldn't have been a concern. I would have put the refs in that position. And again, I just think he's a better playmaker from down low. It's easy because he draws so much attention, and it opens up things for other people. I think I got to say I've come around to Skip's position.
Yeah.
There's an issue with LeBron at crunch time that's been there. We saw it in the Dallas Mavericks series with the Miami Heat. He's overcome it for some stretches.
Yeah.
But it may have reared its ugly head back here in Los Angeles. All right, this is the 7th time the Lakers have started 0-3 in their history. And with the exception of a couple of seasons, the results haven't been pretty. I don't think they'll be all that pretty this year either. This 0-3 start, to me, is concerning for the people that thought the Lakers were a 48-50 win team. I think they're a 500 team.
Ooh.
41, yeah. I think they're a 500 team, and I think that's the proof we're seeing. Ooh. I would be encouraged, though. Here's what I'm encouraged about if I'm a Lakers fan. Kyle Kuzma and Josh Hart are for real. And they are nice compliment. And I'll even go as far. Last night, I was like,
Say it.
Man, Lonzo Ball.
Say it finally.
I kind of like his release on his shot. I didn't like, he didn't close out on Patty Mills. He didn't play good defense on the final possession for the Spurs. But I kind of liked Lonzo Ball last night, and he made a little bit more sense around LeBron.
Yeah, I think right now they're just in the kitchen, and it's tough to see how good it tastes, how well they're in there cooking it up.
I got a lot of experience in the kitchen, Marcellus.
You mean in the kitchen? You look like you're still in there. What you talking about? You left the kitchen? Here's the thing. You know how it is. Grandma say, oh, boy, don't you come in here yet. We ain't ready. You touch that sweet potato pie before 45 minutes, it's hell to pay, right? You touching the sweet potato pie too early. It's not ready right now. It needs that perfect timing. LeBron signed up for a process and a project with a young core that he trusts in, and he should. And what we're seeing is that young core feeling emboldened, feeling the bravado that comes from when you're playing with the king. And the king is like trying to figure out, how do I fit in perfectly with these guys without just going out there and taking over? And I think that calculation is the same thing we saw Miami Heat year one, 9-8 record, despite having the #1 and #3 player in the world in Dwayne Wade. And LeBron was just sitting there saying, I'm gonna respect you, Dwayne Wade. This is your house, but I deserve the master bedroom. They finally figured that out. And I think right now, they're trying to figure out what room is Brandon Ingram gonna get. I'm closer to LeBron.
He might not get, Kyle Kuzma may take that room.
Yeah,
That's where they are.
Well, right now he's on the couch. But I'll tell you this right now. What I get from LeBron and covering him for years is that I feel like he's trying to talk himself into being patient. That's why he's continued to say, hey, I'm going to be patient. I want to teach these guys the right way to play. He's frustrated. He's frustrated. And right now we talk about the fire or how hot the kitchen is. It's burning in there right now because you look at the next 8 games, 6 of those next 8 games for Lakers, they're going to be underdogs. And that's for sure. And so they better win in Phoenix tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
That's for sure. But I would tell you this, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, to me, Whitlock, the jury's still out on Lonzo. I'm not sold yet. I'm not sold.
I'm right there with you.
I just think that...
I said that for Marcellus's benefit.
Yeah, I'm not happy right now. But let y'all just keep digging that hole.
I say it, but I will say that those are 2 studs that I think are long-term fits for LeBron James and the Lakers. Everybody else, the jury's out. It's evaluation year.
I thought this was a 50-plus win team. Look.
50-plus? You've been watching the Clippers too long, man.
I don't know what success looks like. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
You don't know what 50 wins
First
look
of
like.
all, don't let me start on my Clip City. All these Laker fans, can y'all win a game this year? I mean, come on, we run LA. It's so easy right now. But here's the thing. LeBron will finally figure out the winning formula. These young players will feel empowered through the process of going through a shared experience with LeBron. Not LeBron just being the cherry on top, but he's actually a part of the ingredients of success. Boy, that's empowering for a young core.
Put a number on it. How many?
Right now?
I'm at 42, 41 wins.
I was at 48 before the season. I'm taking that down to 40.
To 40?
40.
That's not a playoff team. That's not,
I think it gets I think it get the 8th spot with the 40.
Yeah, well, even 48 is on the fence of a playoff team in the Western Conference.
what number you putting on?
You know, I'm going to stick to mine, but it's not 54. It's dropped down to
Oh, my God. You had him winning 54. That's a setup, Marcellus.
LeBron
You trying to set him up so you can criticize him later.
LeBron with anything. LeBron's like nutmeg. What grandma say? Nutmeg over everything. You put nutmeg in something, it's all good.
He ain't bacon. Bacon goes.
Bacon over everything.
All right, coming up.